All right, so T. Hearn, got to ask you, man, 3-0. You said this team is different. Talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think just the last 3 games have shown what we can do. I think as a club, from hitting and pitching aspect, obviously we've still got a long way to go. Don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but overall, I mean, everybody's feeling good and everything's clicking for right now.
So what I like about this team, and I think that, you being a starter last year, Dane being a starter, you guys are now what we call like the super relievers, the middle reliever guys, the long relief guys. How's that transition been for you? Because I know last year, late in the season, you did transition to the bullpen, but now that you sort of know your role solidified a little different now, how's that feel for you?
Man, I still take it day by day. I know anything can happen, and I think I'm kind of just doing whatever from last year and years prior. I would always be a long guy and then work my way back to the end, be a 7-8 guy. I mean, last year I closed out some games as well and extra innings. So, I mean, I'm kind of at the point now where, especially the guys we have in the rotation, I'm just willing to just fill in a role, whatever they need me to do.
So, I mean, like tonight is a good example of just putting in guys like, so obviously you had Burke, and then you brought in Hernandez, and then you get Will Smith, who Rangers fans hadn't seen. You speak highly of Will Smith. Can you talk about the additions to like some of those bullpen guys that you guys added?
I mean, when you got a guy like Will Smith who's played in the World Series, I mean, he's won the last 2 years 2 World Series, and the guy's been closing out games for years. It's a guy in the situation, but fortunate enough for us, we got like 4 closers down there, 3 or 4 closers. So it's always good to have those types of options. I know we didn't get a chance to use Ian Kennedy today, but I mean he's another guy that's been in the league for a long time, closed out games for us in 21, and kind of. I mean, everybody's kind of just pulling on the same rope and kind of just trying to fill the roles whatever we need.
So obviously the big sign this offseason was Jacob DeGrom. For us as baseball fans, he's probably deemed as the guy, the best pitcher in baseball when healthy. Can you talk about what you've seen from him so far? Maybe some things that you learned, or just some cool things about Jacob DeGrom?
Man, probably a bunch of cool things people don't really know about him is, for one, he's got land in Florida, and that was something me and him communicated and like kind of got to know each other a little bit more on that just from my rodeo background. And then on top of that, I mean, we got a ping pong table in the locker room. And the man's like really good at it. So I'm not on his level yet. So I still got some work to do.
I like that. So another guy, a couple of guys on the team that have joined this team. And obviously, the Texas roots are there. Nathan Vivaldi. What's your thoughts on Vivaldi? Because you got to come in for him and relief. So
yeah,
what do you think about that?
It's just as advertised. The guy's 97 and 99 with a nasty split. Texas guy, also really good guy in the clubhouse as well. But I think honestly, when you have good guys that are really good people, it makes you pull for them a lot more, and you're willing to do whatever you can for them. And guys like him and DeGrom and Heaney, John Gray, even Martin as well. Willing to do whatever those guys need me to do.
I like it. So, I think like it was a rare stat that was pulled up. I want to say Dave Raymond and a couple people brought this up. It had been since maybe 2016-17 that this team had never been over 500. And the fact that now it just seems, and it's early, but I know we talked about the potential of this team, man, and everybody's saying playoffs, but do you feel like when healthy, especially with the way these arms are, including yourself, this is considered one of the better rotations of baseball? Do you agree?
I fully agree. I think from top to bottom, I think we are. I think the biggest thing I hate seeing is early on in the year or in the offseason, even spring training, everybody was so skeptical of the bullpen. I'm just like, dude, we got guys that know our roles, and obviously we're still trying to learn our roles with Boach and everybody. But I mean, everybody's got experience in the big leagues pitching in the bullpen, and we got guys like Reagans, me, Burke, I mean, Leclerc, Johnny, I mean, the list goes on, guys that, can definitely fill in roles and do whatever they need to do. But I really do think we're going to be a team that, like I said, people are going to probably sleep on us. We're obviously going to have some ups and downs as well. But I overall think we're going to be a consistent team.
A few more baseball questions. So, speaking of Boach and Maddox, I mean, and even CY, they speak highly of you. And I think that's a good confidence builder as well. Can you talk about that? Because, obviously there was some uncertainty for a lot of people on this team, in the previous years. But it seems like now you kind of know, and Bochy being a guy that believes in pitching as well as CY and as well as Max, can you talk about that? Because I think that's huge on a part of your career as well.
Yeah, no, it really has. When you got guys like Bochy and CY that have played at the highest level, even Bochy managing and winning World Series, it's good to have those type of guys, and Maddox as well, guys that have been around the game for a long time and know what they're doing. You know what I mean? And I think just from a player's aspect, it's always good to know that your manager and pitching coach and GM believe in you, because it makes you feel a lot better, So I know as a player, it makes me feel a lot better to know that I got people in my corner, and it's not like people are, not believing in me.
All right, cool. 2 more baseball questions then. So, the World Baseball Classic. Obviously, you faced a guy that was a part of the World Baseball Classic that made a big name for himself. Obviously, he was already a great player, but now he's becoming a household name. But that matchup, Trout Ohtani, you've had to face these guys, but to see them face each other in that moment, how was that as just being not only a baseball player but a fan? How did you feel about that?
Man, dude, I loved every minute of that. If you ask me, I mean, those are 2 of the best hitters in Major League Baseball right now. And I got to face these guys often in our division. They're nowhere near easy outs. But just to see that was awesome. And I'm kind of hoping that next time, hopefully I get that call to come out there and help out, because I definitely want to be a part of that.
I like that. Like the last baseball question for me. So this pitch clock. Can you talk about the difficulties of that? Because I've asked a couple of the starters, big stars, and they got their disagreements on it. They also said it's going to be a wild adjustment for them. But for you, as a reliever coming in, you kind of got that mindset of that already. But how do you feel about this whole pitch clock, or just the clock in general? Because this game was only 2 hours and I want to say like 35, 40 minutes. So how do you feel about that?
I mean, I get a chance to get out early of the game and get enough time to go hit some Whataburger. So I can get there before the lines get long, that's for sure. So that makes me feel a lot better. But but to be honest with you, man, the pitch clock has never really bothered me. It's always been something that I was always a guy that worked fast in general, because just for me, like it was a tempo thing. I don't ever want to move too slow, because I feel like if I'm moving too slow, I won't be synced up. And me being a big guy, 6'6", my mechanics can kind of get out of whack at times. But that's going to happen. But I know if I'm able to have a good tempo, it makes it a lot easier for me.
I like that. So you said you'd like to get out early, so that means gaming. That's also part of the repertoire. So I know you and I have been playing a game called Gotham Knights. So what else you been gaming online? You can talk about Gotham Knights if you want to, but what else you been trying to get yourself into? Because there's a baseball game out too, MLB The Show.
Is it? I don't know. Yeah, we've been playing Gotham Knights, and so, shoot, anybody out there that want to hop on it with us, hit me or Hendo up. Definitely could use you. And then also, I've been a big FIFA fan. Haven't found nobody online yet to beat me in it. So you can go ahead and clip this part and just say they can come find me and let me know. Anybody. I don't care. Anybody. FIFA as well. I stepped away from Madden for a little bit. I gotta get back on that. NHL as well. I've been playing NHL. My buddy Justin Dunn, who I stayed with for spring training, me and him were going back and forth. But I won the series though, so he had to come find me when he wants that smoke again. But overall, man, he did well though. But yeah, so it's Gotham Knights, FIFA for sure, MLB The Show now. I try not to play with us because I don't. Like, they've never really changed my mechanics. And, I ain't thrown that way since, 2018. But overall, man, I love having fun. I love playing MLB The Show, Home Run Derby, like we used to do. Haven't found anybody yet. But, yeah, other than that, it's FIFA. So, you go ahead and clip this out. Anybody out there that wants to come play me in FIFA, Ocho Cinco. I don't care. Ain't nobody beat me yet.
They're going to see this, trust me. They're going to see this. All right, cool. So, last question. This is going to be a fun question. This is, I do the Mount Rushmore question, right? But you got to do this on the spot. Say you got to do a rotation of 5. Let's say you go back to being a starter. You're one of the 5. Who are the other 4 non-teammates in baseball that would be in the rotation with you? The 4
right now.
Right now.
I'll go Shohei. Give me, man, I'll go Shohei, Verlander. Two more.
Cease. We got some. We got some Verlander, Scherzer, Corbin Burns. Okay.
Yeah. Give me Shohei. Who else did I say? Okay, so Shohei, Verlander, Lance Lynn, and then I'll throw a lefty in there, and honestly, give me Chris Sale.
I like that.
People sleep on him. Yeah.
Like well, everybody, I'm gonna make sure to clip that part of our gaming. We got our guy Taylor Hearn. Taylor, man, keep doing your thing out there. Of course, everybody, we know we're rooting for you out there, man. Appreciate your time.
I appreciate y'all having me, man. Appreciate it.